perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to beautiful Boone, North Carolina, Kidd Brewer Stadium, home of the App State Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Mountaineers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Pulls it in, it's Stanley. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run to the left. Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. And the deflection by the defense brings out 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Turner. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice move there. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a gap. It's Roberts. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Mountaineers are on the move. Off-play action on first down. Pulls it in. It's Perry.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Mountaineers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Keeps it on the draw. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Swan. Got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking for space. It's Yoder. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on third down, forcing the fourth down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Jacksonville State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there at JSU. They'll enjoy this one all week. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Makes the catch, it's Harmon. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Appalachian State faithful, raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Gives it on the option. Turning it on. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To throw, it's Swan. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll try the toss to the left. Gets it past the marker. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to get outside. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball on the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurd!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Swann. Scrambling away. Got a man. It's Dozier. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense in a bunch formation.
Here we go.
It's a reverse. Wrapped up and stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 5, and so I guess they're really right back where they started on 1st down.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times,
lets it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Swan. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the 1st down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Short gain on the completion, good footwork, gets him the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snagged out of the air. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, App State.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more snap coming before halftime. Bought a little time, lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. 2nd half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. There he goes. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Swann. Get it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Going to the run, it's Roberts. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give out of the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Back to pass, it's Swann. He caught it, and he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, first and goal.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Toss sweep to the right. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space. Good things will happen.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Got his man. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll toss it to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Barnes. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's the handoff. Makes a man miss. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The Mountaineers get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do. Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points.
Turning it on! He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Fellas, happy Thanksgiving wishes to you once again. The Egg Bowl is up for grabs between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And check this out. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas. And the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Looking for a man. It's Turner. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They want that clock to run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final from arguably the best rivalry in the sport, the game between Ohio State and Michigan. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Moving out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Dropping back, it's Turner. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. Back to throw, it's Turner. He'll try to do it himself. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Marshall quick to the line. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Buys a little extra time. Sails one into the middle. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
34, Marshall, 21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they